Boom! What it do, guys? We are back at it again. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. You know, I had more videos in the vault for you, but then I lost the vault, so now we have to figure this out again. But no worry, it is simply speaker, your cleaning guide to cleaning business success. Once again, Happy New Year. We are in the year 2026, which means it is time to take action, time to get our dreams and our goals accomplished, and time to start that remote cleaning business. Yes. So right now you can only see my face because I'm actually waiting for my setup to come from Amazon. But when the rest of my setup comes, we will get back into it. I got a lot more information from you guys. But this video honestly is just a refresher video, or even if you're new to this channel, right? Now what I'm going to talk about today is simply how to start a remote cleaning company. How to start a remote cleaning company. Now before we get into this video, please do me a favor. You can like, share, and subscribe to this video. If you are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button as well. Yes, please hit the subscribe button as well. Please hit the like button as well. Please comment. I have my school community link within the details as well. We'll be getting a lot more active within the school community this year. So I'm going to be pushing out a lot more content as well. But what I'm probably going to do is, for a while, I'll focus on the TikTok and the YouTube, which is okay. What I'm probably going to do is actually just focus more on YouTube. I think I'm getting a lot more engagement from you guys on YouTube, and I'm getting a lot more love from you guys on YouTube as well. So I'm going to focus on the YouTube channel. So you will see a lot more of my face, a lot more content, and we'll actually be getting that going. But what I want to talk about today simply is how to start a remote cleaning business. How to start a remote cleaning business. Now I'm going to go through the overall step-by-step with starting a remote cleaning business, but when it comes to starting a remote cleaning business, there are a couple things that you want to take into consideration. Obviously, your location, your name, what services you want to niche in, right? So you want to think about those things when you're looking to start a remote cleaning business. But when we're looking to start a remote cleaning business, the first thing we're going to do is we are going to file the LLC with our state. We are going to file the LLC with our state, right? So sorry, I thought somebody actually messaged me. So we're going to file the LLC with our state. Now, the filing fee is a little bit different for every state. So what you're going to want to do is go to your state's filing website where you can file or organize what they call the articles of incorporation. At least in the state of Florida, that's what they call it, right? And so you're going to want to go to your state filing website to create your LLC. You want to put in your information, see what the filing fee is. Now, different states vary in terms of the time that it takes to actually get your LLC back, right? So some states may be a couple days and some states may be a couple weeks. But what you really want to do is focus on your state, right? And so when you're getting ready to actually file your LLC, what you're going to have to obviously do is put information. And one of the pieces of information that you're going to end up having to put down is your name. Now, this is very crucial, right? And something that I recommend is to use keywords within your name, right? So I like to use the organization or the phrase. Well, let's not say the phrase, but what I like to do is when I'm considering a name, I want to consider location and what I do, right? And you can add an adjective there as well. So, for example, Florida's best cleaning, right? Or you can say New York's luxury cleaning, right? And so what you want to do is when you're creating this name, you want to consider a name like that. Sometimes, a lot of times people, when they use a name, the name is, it's not a bad thing to have like a special name, but a lot of times, right, when someone is searching for your business, you want to make it very easy for them to be able to find you, right? And when it comes to Google ranking and SEO, the name plays a big part, right? So if I'm, let's say, New York City, right? So let's say I'm Bronx Best Cleaning, and someone types in cleaning in Bronx, so house cleaning in Bronx, because my name is Bronx Best Cleaning, I have a better chance of ranking and showing up rather than someone that may put, Firehouse Cleaning or like really cool cleaning company, right? Because I have the Bronx and the cleaning in my name, I have a better chance of showing up when it comes to that listing or just ranking on Google as well. So when you're creating your LLC, you want to keep these things in consideration, right? We don't want to just put a funny name just to be funny or put a name just to kind of be cool. So if you see me looking down, I have my laptop here, I have my webcam up here. I'm waiting, like I said, I'm waiting for the rest of my materials. Nonetheless, so when you're starting this name, you want to make sure that you're considering this thing and you want to be logical about what you're doing, right? When we're starting a business, we're not starting a business necessarily for fun. There's a time for that, but what we're starting a business for is to make money, and what we want to do is rank and be able to get in front of as many customers as possible. So now we're gonna file the LLC with our state. Remember, we're gonna pick a good name that's gonna make sense, that is gonna help us rank better, right? So we're gonna pick a good name, we're gonna fill out the information, and we are going to send that off, right? And now when we get the LLC, we get the information back, we can now file for our EIN. Yes, your EIN. Now, if you don't know what an EIN, it's pretty much a business tax number. So think of it as a social security number for your business, right? So you're gonna file your EIN. And why do we need the EIN? We need the EIN to be able to. We need the EIN to be able to actually open a bank account for our business, right? And the good thing about this is you can use the EIN to not only open a bank account, but use the EIN to open something called, for example, a Dun & Bradstreet. Now, a Dun & Bradstreet won't go too deep into that, but with the Dun & Bradstreet, you could use that number to pretty much help build business credit, and that's a whole different topic about funding and how to get finances to accelerate the growth of your business. Nonetheless, we got the EIN, we have an LLC, we have the accounts open, right? And we have our name, right? So now we want to create our website. We want to focus on marketing, right? We want to create our website. Google My Business Profile, right? We want to go on Google and make a Google My Business Profile. That is a profile for businesses on Google. You want to optimize that as much as possible. Watch my other videos on that. We talk about optimizing Google My Business Profile. What you want to do is make sure you have all the information there. That's your address, your email, the hours you're open, your phone number, your name. If you can put some pictures. Website as well. We want to have a website, so when people search, people search up cleaning businesses, right? They'll find us. They will be able to find us. So from there, that helps out a lot, right? Because when they find us, there needs to be a website there. Why does there need to be a website there? It builds credibility. It builds credibility. And I'm going to talk about this more when I have my whiteboard with me and the rest of my other material, so we can actually see it in person, so you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. We can add some notes. You guys can take pictures. You guys can pause, take your own notes. It'll be good, right? So we want to make sure we get our logo, right? We want a logo for the website. We want our website as well. We want to start getting all those back end things. We want to get a phone number, a business email. Now look, it's better to have some type of motion and keep going than to have nothing at all. So I would personally recommend having a business email, but if you can't, just make a Gmail just to get started. The goal is getting started. Want to get the website, the phone number, the email. Want to get all of that back end thing going, so that when people do look for us, people can contact us. People can see that we're credible, right? People can see that we have a website. People can see that we are a legitimate business. Remember, when you're running a remote cleaning business, the point of running a remote cleaning business is to technically be an online storefront. So your online presence has to be strong, right? Because that is the basis and the foundation of how we're getting clients, right? And now if you have a website and I have, or if we're both businesses competing for leads, right? We're in the same area, right? But you don't have a website, I have a website. Who is the client more likely to move forward with? Me rather than you. Now, another thing that I've noticed, and I won't go too deep into, is that I've noticed that a lot of people have been using like Facebook and different pages as like their website, which I understand. Like I said, it's better to get started than not do anything at all, but you need to be focusing on getting a website. A Facebook page is not a website. It's a social media platform that you use to network and brand and get more clients, post, pictures, reviews, whatever. But it is not a website. Those are two different things. And so I see a lot of cleaners or a lot of cleaning companies confuse that. When you click the link, it takes you to a Facebook page, not a website. That is not a good look, and it does not make you look very credible. With that being said, I do want to add on, if you can and you should, create an Instagram, create a Facebook page. So not only have the website, but have the social media pages as well. You can take those icons, like the Instagram icon and a Facebook icon, you can put it in your website, so that when they click the icon, it takes customers to your Facebook and takes customers to your Instagram, right? So we want to make sure that we have that there as well, so we have a way for people to contact us and we look credible. What are we also going to need when we start a remote cleaning company? Cleaners, right? We need a way for people to obviously get service. If people call us, right, and people book us, who's going to do the servicing, right? And when you're running a remote cleaning business, the point is for you to not do the work, you to not do the cleaning. Now, don't get me wrong, as a cleaner, if you're a cleaner watching the video and you like cleaning, that's perfectly fine, right? But for the most part, when we're running a remote cleaning business, the point is delegation. We're trying to delegate the tasks that we may not be good at. So we need cleaners, right? So what you're gonna need to do is find different cleaners. There's multiple ways to find cleaners. Like I said, I talk about that in different videos. I won't go too deep in this video, but when my other equipment comes and we go deeper in and we have everything we need, I'll talk about the different ways to find cleaners. But for example, some ways to find cleaners through Facebook group. You can go through Facebook groups and find cleaners as well. You can find these cleaners in Facebook group, contact with them, connect them, and have them help you take these jobs, right? You want to have them help you take these jobs. Now, while you're finding cleaners, you can do this before, you can do this after, because we're not taking leads just yet, right? You want to get some things, some digital platforms that are going to help you book clients, right? And so you're going to want to get a CRM. People use Booking Quality, people use ZenMaid. And the point of a CRM, which is a customer relationship management tool, but it doesn't have the T in it. The point of a CRM is to be able to hold a client information, to be able to have a client calendar, to be able to give your actual cleaners the app so then you can connect them to bookings. It's a way to manage customer data when you're taking clients, right? When you're taking clients or even quoting clients, right? And even after you take them, you can give them, you want to be able to offer them a review or a review link that automatically sends, right? So we want some type of a customer management tool that we can use to manage customer data, bookings, leads that come in. So we need that customer management tool. So with that being said, right, we have the cleaner, we have our customer management tool, and then we have obviously the infrastructure on the back end to be able to take clients, the website, the phone number, the emails. And from there, we want to start marketing. We want to start marketing to clients. Now, there are a couple ways to do it. There is no such thing as a wrong way for the most part, but there are different ways to actually take clients or to find clients to actually purchase a. So with that being said, we have the paid and organic way, right? The non-paid and the paid way, right? Paid, you can use paid advertisement, which you can put money in to get leads, and your job is to close those leads, right? Now, what I always say before I go to the organic way, right? The organic way is, not paying, reaching out to people, door to door, talking to people. You need to understand what you are willing to sacrifice. And I tell all my mentees this within our cleaning space. You can join a school community as well. You're going to spend time or you're going to spend money. With paid ads, you're spending money, but you're saving time because the leads are coming directly to you. With non-paid ads, you're not spending money, but you're spending time because you have to go find the leads. So you need to understand and look at what are your resources that you can allocate. You may not have money, so you can put money towards. So you may not have money, so you may need to spend your time. You may have, you may have money, but you don't have the time. So then, you know what? You can put the money in and gain leads and save your time. You need to understand what your resource capacity is in that current moment, right? Because it can change, right? You can use non-paid ads, build a booking clientele, build some clients, and from there, reinvest the money back into paid ads, right? So there are multiple ways to do it, even with paid ads, right? You can do paid ads, get a lot of clients, and once you build a book of clientele to the point where you don't need to run advertisement anymore, you can shut down advertisement and simply be, what I like to say, eating off, simply eating off the reoccurring clients, the clients that you've already paid for that are still continuously buying from you. So with that being said, client acquisition is what you'll focus on next. Whether they're going to be paid or non-paid, you need to figure out how am I going to allocate my time, my resources to getting clients. That's a big thing. We can have a beautiful website, and I always tell people you got to remember this. You have a great website, great phone number, a nice Instagram, nice Facebook. None of that means nothing if we're not servicing any clients. My apologies. None of that means nothing if we're not servicing any clients. So we need to find clients as well while we're trying to get clients, because obviously when we get clients are going to have to pay us. We are going to need a payment merchant service. And what that pretty much is somewhere we can collect and charge for payments, right? And that may be Stripe, that may be Square. I know they have other ones. I think they have one called Authorize.net, if I'm correct as well. So you can use these payment processors to be able to process payments from your different clients, store information so that you can process these payments in the future as well. So once we have that, in a generic foundational way, right? And just talking about the foundation of a residential cleaning company or a remote cleaning company or a remote residential cleaning company, that right there is the foundation of what you will need to have a cleaning company. Now, as I go through these videos, right? Because now we're at the top of the year, I'm back. I done finished a lot of these events, holidays, families. I'm gonna make so many videos so you guys have no excuse not to succeed. With that being said, now that we have that foundation, we have the foundation, the skeleton of a cleaning business, right? A remote cleaning business. But there is so much details that you can add into your business to make your business more efficient. We're going to be talking about how to automate your business. We're going to be talking about how to scale your business as well, right? We're going to be talking about where and how to delegate tasks, right? When to delegate tasks. That's a very important thing. So when you're watching this video and you're watching my other videos, right? Or hopefully if you're watching this video, it leads you to watch other videos. What I want you to do is make sure that you're studying. Not only study how to start a cleaning business, but study what else can I do to make it better. What can I do to stand out from the competition? What can I do to stand out from the crowd? And what I'm going to do, like I said, I'll be dropping videos. We usually drop videos twice a week. Hopefully, if you made it to this end, you'll see that we usually drop videos twice a week, every Tuesday and Thursday. Now that I'm back, we are going to be dropping a lot more videos as well. So watch my previous videos. Watch the videos that come out Tuesday and Thursday. Join the school community. What I really want you to do is dive into this so you get as much information. And not only me, right? You can watch other people. Right? I'm not selfish with that. It doesn't have to be just me. Sorry that you have my phone going off. Actually, some of my mentees now. It doesn't have to be just me. Get as deep as possible into this, right? We always say, or I think Alex Hormozi. If you're not familiar with Alex Hormozi, you should watch him. You don't want to go a mile out and an inch deep. You want to go an inch out and a mile deep. What that means is you don't want to just do something and only find or get the surface level of what you're doing. Whatever you're doing, whatever your passion is, you should dive deep into it. Dive deep into it. So I urge you to watch more videos. I urge you to look out for more videos. Join the school community. Watch for the videos that come out. Click the bell notification and get ready to learn how to start a residential remote cleaning company. We are going to be dropping a lot more videos. I have more videos as well on my page. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in my next videos as well. This is kind of like my introduction video back to creating more videos. Like I said, between the holidays and everything going on and getting like a new setup, I wanted to kind of just make a quick introduction video just to, talk about, for anybody new that may watch this, talk about, how, like I said, how to start that remote cleaning company and kind of give a bit of a taste on some of the things that we're going to talk about. Like some of the parts about starting a cleaning company, these parts are some of the parts I'm going to dive deeper into so you can understand what it takes to start a remote or residential cleaning company. But I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. I'm about to crank out so many videos. Please hit that bell notification. Watch all the videos. Learn as much as you can. My goal is for everybody to make as much money as they can. There are more than enough clients, especially within the cleaning space, and people within the cleaning space, not even in the U.S. and Canada and other places. This is a business model that you could take into other places. So my goal is for you guys to make as much money as possible and to actually use the money to do whatever, right? Some people want to pay off debt. Some people want to actually have time freedom. Some people want to put money into their children's college account. I want to help you do that by giving you a service-based remote business that you can start that will not break your back, that will not hurt you, and that you can do in the comfort of your own home. Once again, thank you. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Simba the Speaker, out.